Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, and welcome to How to Build Wealth and Joy in the Face of Adversity. My name is Michelle Eisenberg, and I am a program assistant at the Nasdaq Entrepreneurial Center. And for those of you who may not know, the Nasdaq Center is a nonprofit that is building a better path for entrepreneurs worldwide by improving inclusion, access, and knowledge in entrepreneurship. So, as you will see in the chat in a moment, the NASDAQ Center provides programs, resources, and exceptional mentorship to entrepreneurs across all races, industries, and geographies. So, definitely make sure to check out those links and resources in the chat. And then just a couple of housekeeping items before we get started. First, let us know where you're dialing in from in the chat. We always love to connect. And second, we are going to open up for live Q&A at the end of the event. So please make sure to submit your questions for us in that Q&A function at the bottom of your screen throughout the presentation. And we'll try our best to get to all of them. And of course, none of what we do could be possible at the center without all of the amazing support from our sponsors, including NASDAQ, Lehigh University, BMO, Airbnb, KPMG, Wilson Sonsini, Woodruff Sawyer, Microsoft Entrepreneurship for Positive Impact, BPM, and HubSpot for Startups. We are humbled by their contributions and hope you are grateful too. And so before we get started, we always like to launch a couple polls to step back, see how everyone is doing in the room today. This first one's going to ask, how are you feeling? Fearful, anxious, surviving, or optimistic? I'll give it just a few moments for everyone to submit a response here. Happy Friday, everyone. Awesome. We got folks from Boston, Texas, California, New York, DC. Welcome, welcome, everyone. San Diego, me as well. Awesome. All right, I'm going to end this poll, share these results. Looks like optimism is in the lead, fitting for our conversation today, and very great to see. Survival is also up there, so I'm very confident a lot of our conversation today is going to be applicable to that and helpful. So I'm going to stop sharing this poll and launch that second poll. What is keeping you up at night? Finance, sales, marketing, scale, pivot, team, or surviving? And this one just tells us a little bit about your current entrepreneurial needs so that we can continue to provide relevant and timely programming to all of you. Awesome. I'll give it just another moment. All right, I'm going to end this poll, share these results. All right, finance in the lead, also fitting for our conversation, but we got needs all across the board. So thank you all for participating. We will take this into account for future classes. I'm going to stop sharing that poll. And without any further delay, please join me in giving the warmest welcome to our special guest, Ruby Sunshine Taylor, founder and Unconventional CEO of Financial Joy School and author of The Unconventional CEO, How to Build Wealth and Joy in the Face of Adversity. Ruby, I'm super excited for today, and it's such a pleasure to have you here with us. Thank you for joining.
Thank you for having me, and I am super excited too. Before we get started, I'd like to give a disclaimer. I am a stutterer, so you will hear me stumble upon some words, but if you are patient enough, hopefully what I say will be helpful and inspiring. So that's my disclaimer. And like, if it is whack, blame it on Michelle, not on me.
Exactly. It's all on me. I'm the host. I got you. So we're here to talk about The Unconventional CEO, this book, amazing book you've written. Before we jump in, and I know we're going to learn a lot about you, but can you maybe just give like a quick 30 seconds on who you are?
Oh boy, who am I? Number one, I am an amazing believer. I believe in God, and I believe that you don't have to, right? I'm not one of those. Um, I am a social worker, and I am a I love to make our world better. So I'm passionate about creating a better world. And yeah, yeah. And I'm a financial equalizer.
Yep. Love
Um,
it.
yes, yes, yes.
Awesome. So, you know, the title of your book suggests an unconventional approach to leadership and entrepreneurship. And so, just to start, can you maybe talk a little bit about what makes your perspective unconventional and how this mindset has contributed to your success, and what lessons can others draw from that?
Wow, that is a loaded question for somebody with the TBI. I'm going to try to do the best that I can. Okay. Michelle, you just came out the gate running. All right.
We get
All
keep it
right.
real here.
All right. And so I am unconventional. I am an unconventional CEO because um, most CEOs do not look like me. They are usually male and also white and usually straight. And I'm none of that, which is not only am I not male, I am a woman. I am a lesbian. Um, I'm a believer. I am this. I have a disability. I have more than one. I have two. I'm a stutterer. I am a traumatic brain injury survivor. Um, I have I have all all of these amazing titles, but I do not allow my my like my titles to basically define me. I define it, and that's what makes me unconventional. I I don't care what anybody says about me. I create my own path and my own leadership, right? And so like I like to go outside the lines and
Mhm.
basically enjoy the life that that God has given to me, and not just leading my company, but also leading my life. And so not only am I a unconventional CEO of Financial Joy School, I am a unconventional CEO of Ruby Sunshine Taylor.
Yeah,
I lead me always.
yeah, I
With
love
God's
that.
help. With God's help. God is
Of
leading me
course.
and just follow it.
Of course,
Yes.
none of us can do it without support. And I love this idea, and I'm sure it's taken. I mean, it can be difficult for people to kind of gain the confidence or and really embody it to hold that mindset, where it's like I don't have to let these kind of external factors influence who I am. I define who I am. And so
Most definitely.
yeah, and so just thinking about some of the experiences that you've faced, to the challenges that you've faced, particularly as an African American woman in the world of startups and entrepreneurship. Um, what are some of the most pivotal moments for you that have really helped you kind of build that resilience? And what changes do you think are really critical to entrepreneurship and the ecosystem to foster diversity, equity, and inclusion?
Ooh, you are hitting it out the park today, Michelle. But to go back to what makes me show up the way that I do show up is number one, right? When I was young, I was a stutterer, really, really bad, right? Well, not bad. I just really, really stuttered a lot, right?
Yeah.
Um, and I was born and raised in the Bronx, and children often picked on me. And when I would go home and like tell my mom, because I wanted her to come in and stop this foolishness, she refused. She would say, Ruby, until you know who you are, it is nothing mommy can do for you. Now I'm in the second grade, so I'm like seven. I'm like, what the heck it is this woman talking about? And that was her response constantly. You have to know who you are, not what other people call you. And she would beat that in me. And so as I got older, I really began to understand the wisdom she was giving me, for me to always know who who I am and who created me. And so like it doesn't matter what anybody says. It matters what I know. So when I was in an accident in 2012 and I suffered a traumatic brain injury, and the doctors and the medical team said that you will no longer be be like able to work. You have really hit a plateau, and this is as good as it's going to get. That's what they said. That's not what I knew, right? There was no way that I was going to live like that.
Yeah.
I couldn't laugh. I couldn't smile. My hands would not move when I wanted them to. There was no way. I reached a plateau. I don't care what they said, right? I knew that there was more healing within me. And guess what? I received more healing. And so how I show up as an amazing disabled African American woman is like with that faith. But boy, oh boy, will the entrepreneurial journey chip away at it, right? But even when it chips away, I have to re-ground myself constantly. And like some of those are pivotal moments that like really, really helped me know that like I am an amazing entrepreneur. It would have to be starting with the Parentpreneur Foundation.
Yeah.
It is a great organization for Black parents, entrepreneurs. James Oliver Jr. has done like a wonderful job creating a support system for Black entrepreneurs. Then, right, because you need support, we cannot do this alone. And if you are Black and a entrepreneur, you need to go sign up for that like amazing group and like spread the word. The second one was the Milestone Circle. Nasdaq Entrepreneurial Center created an amazing program for women. And I was in Circle 1 and super duper dope. I met some amazing women entrepreneurs that were some were way ahead, some were like in the middle, some were like right at the beginning. And like to learn with this group, to learn about our like mission and our vision and our goals has been pivotal to me staying focused when I become discouraged. Then from there, I had some more programs, right? The Healthy in House, which is a great fellowship, which I also recommend. And Together International, which is a disability accelerator pro, pro program. Why am I mentioning all of these programs? I'm so glad you asked. As a Black woman who was a social worker, I did not have a circle of what startups, founders, entrepreneurs, CEOs. I was not in the circle, and so like I didn't know that I didn't know. So basically, joining these like amazing groups has really helped me not only keep on going, but also connecting me to my first customers, um, helping me grow as well as pivot. And so being in a marginalized community, you will need a lot of support, and not just mentoring, but also capital. And like, not capital to basically succeed, capital to fail. And I'm going to get on my soapbox, but I'm going to get off too, right? So many people within the startup community, they get rewarded too for failing. Mm-hmm. But if you are Black, if you are like a woman, if you are disabled, you don't have those chances. Once you will fail, you not only fail for yourself, but you fail for the entire community, which is super duper crazy, right? It is so crazy. WeWork is the prime example, right? Yeah. This man was given billions and failed and was rewarded to get more money, not just a small amount, a huge amount. To what? To fail again. So marginalized CEOs, startup founders, we need a capital to fail so that we can get capital to basically grow. And so I am stepping down off of my soapbox.
No, that's awesome. And you talk about this a lot in your book, but like this emphasis on community is just so important. And I love it's awesome that you've had all of these experiences. So I just want to hear a little bit more about, really the critical importance of community as you are growing, not only your business, but as an entrepreneur, as an individual, and any advice you have for entrepreneurs looking for that right community.
Oof, keep on going, right? Right. You're going to have problems. The problem is we don't like problems. As soon as tension occurs, we want to run. We can't run. I am a runner. I should have been a track star as much as I run. So like I am learning, we are all hurting people, trying to heal. So when you like bring groups of people together who are all hurting from something, right? It's just life, right? Yeah. We have to be able to give grace and time to see whether or not this is the group, right? Yeah. even when trouble comes, if you can grow through that, oh yes, baby, that is the group. If you can't, that was not the group. But keep on going until until you find that group. And it's not just going to be I'm one. I am members of several, because like each one gives me a different type of support. And so one is not going to like do it. You're going to need more than way more than one, because like you don't want one to put that pressure all on this one group, thinking that like they could do every single thing. They just can't. What they can do, take it. What you can do, give it. What does it always have to be a reciprocated relationship? And so, and that was for that question. But like I want to go back to the other question about how why it is hard to like show up as a African American woman, and the trials and tribulations with that, right? And so yes, you can have that. I'm still a mother. So so as a Black innovator, they will use you. Corporations will like use you up and not give you a deal, right? So, and also organizations, not just corporations. They have like strung me, along with like meetings after meeting, giving them ideas, proposals, and they keep on wanting more and more and more, and it's probably using every single thing that I have given. I no longer do that. I had to learn the hard way, but it is so frustrating, right? You come in wanting to basically create a collaborative relationship, and they have no intention, none. And so that's hurtful, but that's part of the of the uh, of the journey. And what I like continuously remind myself of is my purpose is much bigger than my ego. And so then, oh yes, it's going to be bruised a lot of times. And I mean a lot. You're gonna get kicked, you're gonna get disrespected. But when you know who you are and whom you belong to, you just keep on showing up, healing, and with a whole lot of joy, baby. Yes, and yes.
Yes, I love it. And so, I mean, your story kind of, from going from kind of financial despair into startup success is really inspiring. And so, what actionable steps can entrepreneurs take who are aiming for financial independence and generational wealth? Like what has been key in your own journey?
Sharing my truth, right? People don't want to share when like you are broke, right? They don't want to say that. Yes, if you are a entrepreneur, you're gonna have many cycles of being broke. Say it. Stop acting like we are freaking Oprah. We're not. And what is it? Even Oprah have cash flow issues in your business because like money is a constant flow. It's a constant flow. And so like no matter who you are, whenever you like grow money, it can think also go down. And so like it's always cyclical, it's always a cycle. And
Yeah.
so be honest. Stop acting like because you're driving a Benz, you have the Benz money. If you don't, you really shouldn't be driving one. But hey, who am I? Do whatever the hell you want to do. That's just my own 2 damn cents, right? But be honest with the season you are in. People would be willing to basically help you. So when I was in financial despair, Lord knows, Jesus, I was on the verge of losing my condo, right? I was on the verge of being homeless. Um, and and what I had to decide was if I was going to be home, homeless, God had a better home somewhere else. That's another thing, right? I believe that whatever you lose, there's something better to basically replace it. I'm not afraid to lose anything. And when I say anything, I mean anything. Materialist, material things, friends, family. The only thing that I cannot lose is God. Everything else can go because you know why? It's always going to come back better. It's never going to come back worse. And so be honest, be really, really honest. Hey, I'm broke. I'm about to lose my home. I told one of my students' parents that. Because of that, she was like, Ruby, you should never be I'm broke. She gave me key words to basically help me, which was you are never supposed to spend your last dime. And I didn't know that. I was not living a luxurious life. I was giving out my money, giving it to friends, giving it to family, giving it to like students. I was giving it out. I didn't know that I was supposed to be making my money grow. So she was like my husband, and I shout out to Renee and and Dan Gallagher. Love you, dudes. They was like, we are gonna teach you. So once you get on your feet, you will never be in this position again. So they taught me about long-term investing, taught me about the magical words called compound interest, taught me about mutual funds, taught me about Vanguard, all of these things to help me build generational wealth. And that was from me being honest. So when you are honest, it's amazing things happen. Do not be honest with everybody. Discern who 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 you need to be vulnerable with. And I wasn't talking about an owl because I was saying who a lot and it felt really, really owlish. But you have to you have to take your time and I really see, is this somebody I can be vulnerable with, right? Mm. If it's a yes, go ahead and be true. If it's a no, smile and keep your mouth shut. And so be like vulnerable with the right people. It will like help put you on a whole new path.
Yeah, no, I think that's awesome. And I think something that can just be really difficult in this journey of kind of building, financial freedom for oneself is, finding joy alongside of that. So how do you kind of balance, the journey of, building financial freedom with ensuring personal joy and fulfillment in your life?
Because I live my life, right? I think so many people they try to live other people's lives, expectations. And so I do not do that. And when I feel that coming on me, what did I tell you? I am a track star, baby. I'm out.
Yeah.
I continuously check in. God, where do you want me? And I'm not afraid to like disappoint people. I disappoint people all the times.
Yeah.
And I am okay with that because I am the unconventional CEO. I am leading my life, nobody else's. Because of that, I have joy, right? Not because of what is like happening outside of me. It is what is happening within, right? Yeah. I have constant joy because I embrace joy constantly, right? And like when I feel like there's something is not right, I'm trying to be what like somebody else wants me to be. It's time for Ruby to be out. And yes, I'm talking to myself in a third person, and it's okay.
That's what you got to do. Yeah.
But yes, God has given us joy. He has given it to us, and we have the choice to basically embrace it or not. I continuously embrace it. And it doesn't mean that I do not have pain. Oh, yes, baby. The more joy you have, the more pain you will experience because people do not like you having joy. They don't. They really don't. And that's okay because I'm still living my life, leading my life as God at the helm. And like, so Ruby embraced joy all the time. And please believe me, hell be breaking again loose. And I said, okay, it doesn't feel good, but feelings is not my joy, right? Feelings is emotion. Emotion change. Joy does not. We have to constantly embrace it.
I love that. I love that. I think that can be a difficult distinction for people, but I think it's really important to point out. So thank you. That's really awesome. And I just feel like, you know, so much of your perspective, and we talked about this a little bit earlier, you know, and you also talk about this in your book, you know, the importance of resilience.
Yes.
And so like, what are some personal experiences where resilience has been critical in your life, and how have these experiences kind of shaped your personal growth and also your professional development?
Oh my God. Oof. I'm the poster child for that word. Okay. The poster child. I have been through so much trauma. So much trauma. I won't even get into it. Not only as a child, but as a teenager and as an adult, right? Trauma. And so I had to realize trauma, somebody said this, trauma didn't happen to me. It happened for me. Every negative experience helped me grow, get back up, heal, cry, and become stronger. Whenever you see a strong person, please know they got that way because of a whole lot of trauma, a whole lot of trauma. It just didn't come poof, right? Yeah. They have to go through it. And like I had to go through it. And I'm learned, just because I'm down, I'm not down for the count. Once you get to 9, Ruby standing up before you get to 10. That is resilience, right? Oh yes, life is gonna knock you down, whether you want it or not. But we have to keep on getting up, healing, because we have to heal. If we do not heal, we create trauma.
Yeah.
And so resilience is getting knocked down and having the courage to get back up.
Yeah, I love that. And that's something that anyone can do. So that's, I love the way that you define that. And, I think something else that just can be difficult for entrepreneurs to define, because, of so many external perspectives kind of influencing what we feel, is success. And so what does redefining success mean to you? And how has your understanding of success evolved over the years?
Success when I was younger, and even a young adult, it was about money, right? So if I had $1 million, I was successful. If I didn't, I was not, right? That was such an immature view of success, right? Success is the ability to live on purpose with joy. That is success, right? Finding your purpose and also living in it. Oh my God. That is success. And embracing joy constantly. That is success. There's no money that can create success. What money does is create riches, creates wealth, does not create titles, and it can also create experiences, cannot create success. And so doing your purpose, living it, and having joy, embracing it, that is success to me.
Mm-hmm. I love it. And so, I think financial literacy is such a big part of this. And we see, a racial wealth gap that really illustrates, where the gaps are in financial literacy, for certain communities. And so how do you believe we can bridge that gap, and what actionable steps can entrepreneurs as well as organizations take to enhance financial literacy, especially in marginalized communities?
First of all, I don't like the word financial literacy. Sure. I like financial education, because no matter where you are financially, you do have some basics, right? Even the people who are in poverty, they have financial literacy. Mm-hmm. They have clothes, they have food, they have a place to eat. They're spending money to basically have the bare necessities. So whenever I I'm hear that word financial literacy, it doesn't feel right. It feels more of a way to continue colonization, right?
Absolutely.
And so basically you don't know, so I'm going to educate you, right? No. People know the basics. Everybody knows the basics. And so everybody has the basics. What some people do not have is how to grow your money, right? They know how to do bills, right? Sure. We know how to do bills. Please believe me. We know how to switch stuff around, I have to pay this to pay that. I'm going to switch it around. I'm going to call so-and-so. I'm going to be late. Oh no, that's called managing money. We can manage money.
Yeah.
And I don't like that you're here, we're here, and you are here. And like, we need to come down to basically teach you how. No, I call bullshit. And so like, I have to say that, right? Because like, it gets under my skin.
Yeah.
It really does, because you are saying people do not know the basics of finances. What had basically occurred is finances went behind a wall called colonization, called systemic racism, where I'm basically opportunities for some was behind this wall. Redlining, mortgages, investing, it was all behind this wall, right? And now this wall, everybody's growing. They are buying houses because of mortgage programs. They are starting businesses because of business programs, right? Still growing, still growing. This other community, right? They don't have those opportunities.
Yeah.
Right? And so now you're going to say, no, you're here because of financial literacy. You don't know. I call bullshit. No. They're the wall that has to come down to basically create access for all people. Yeah. Not just a few, not just from some, for all people. That's why Financial Joy School is about helping us. I don't care who you are, Black, white, Asian, Hispanic, gay, straight, believers, not believers. We can build generational wealth no matter your income. Yeah. And so that's what we preach, because like the wall told us only rich people create generational wealth. And like, I beg to differ. Yeah. I don't even beg to differ. I just differ. Take out that beg, right? No. I just differ. Mm-hmm. And so when we educate and I basically create opportunities for all people to basically succeed financially, that is creating a financially equitable world, mm-hmm. which, guess what? Everybody benefits. Everybody, not just black people, not just in Hispanics, not just poor people. Everyone benefits when that wall comes down. So that's why I like got on another soapbox about financial education, because it gets under my skin so bad.
Yeah.
So what can corporations and organizations do? Stop using financial literacy. That's one thing. Let's just get this language right, so we can have a much better narrative, right? Yeah. Because what you say, is they don't know, we know, so we have to teach. Yeah. No, we wasn't giving an opportunity. Mm-hmm. It is a difference. So what I'm here to do is like to create a financially equitable world by helping us all know we can build generational wealth through long-term investing, estate planning, real estate, entrepreneurship, there are so many different ways for us to build generational wealth, because like retirement is another thing that just gets under my like skin,
Yeah.
because retirement is about you. How am I going to survive after I finish working? Generational wealth is it is about not only you, but also the next generations.
Yeah.
What are we leaving the next generation? Not just assets. That's real easy. That is not generational wealth. That is generational poverty. Leaving somebody an asset without the education to basically grow it is generational poverty. Generational wealth is leaving what? An asset with the education to grow that asset. That
Wow.
is generational wealth. You can have $100, right? And teach your daughter what to do with that $100 to make that grow. That is generational wealth. And so financial joy school, we are on a mission, baby.
I
We are
love it.
to like make sure we all know we can build generational wealth, period, with the T.
Love it. Awesome. This has been such an incredible conversation, and I want to make sure we have time for live Q&A. We have a couple coming in right now. So if
but,
you are
but
in the audience,
before we
yeah, go
get
ahead.
into, this is my
Yes.
book, The Unconventional CEO: How to Build Wealth and Joy in the Face of Adversity. Go and pick up the book. It will be released December 12th, but you can pre-order it now. If I said anything that was helpful, I have way more in this book, and some like amazing leaders in this book sharing their experiences along with mine. And so I highly recommend buying The Unconventional CEO: How to Build Wealth and Joy in the Face of Adversity. Now I will sit back and just shut up. I'm ready for the Q&A.
No, that's awesome. I'm going to be starting off my year with The Unconventional CEO. So it's awesome. Love it. So somebody asked a question that's kind of related to something you talked about earlier, and this concept of giving yourself away too much, in kind of the work that you do and not really getting the recognition or much in return. And so this person, seems to have experience as a social worker, and they're taught, to give themselves away. And how do you kind of like set that boundary of, this is what I need to do for myself, and I need to step back from this?
Right. I do that because I remind myself that I'm not Jesus. I don't save. And like I had to be delivered from that, right? I thought that I was superwoman, and it's a heavy weight, especially on black women. Ever since slavery, we were the ones to basically be the fixer. We can fix it. We can fix it. We're dying, but like we can fix it. We can fix it. And that went from generation to like generation. And I'm praying that like it stops with me and my daughter, right? But like I have to catch myself all the time. Ruby, you're not the savior. You're not the savior. I'm not the savior. I don't want to be.
Yeah.
I don't want to be. I can pray for you. That is the biggest power that I can have. It's not my checkbook. My checkbook, I don't have no money to give you. I do have a prayer, several. And also resources. Let me like teach you. Let us learn together. You can like teach me something? I could teach you something. We have everything we need within to like not only heal, but also thrive.
Yeah.
Forget about surviving.
Yeah.
That's just the automatic human condition. You will always survive.
Mm-hmm.
You will. Now, you will not always thrive, right? Mm-hmm. And so, like, I don't have it. I tried that and I was broke because of that. And when I like needed it, there was nobody there for me, mm-hmm. but God, right? And so no is a complete sentence. Do not give people reasons, because the reason then why they basically need it is to chop at the reasons to force you into a yes. Mm-hmm. It's called a manipulative spirit, right? Don't even no is a full sentence. That's it. No. Why not? No. All right. Do you want to talk about something else? No. All right. Catch you later. Peace. Yeah. And so, yes. Always remember, we are here to support, encourage, grow together. It's not just if you taken and not like given. That is not reciprocation. That is called stealing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. No, I love that. And so we have another question here that's, I think there can be like, we've talked about it, like really difficult times in the entrepreneurial journey. And sometimes there can just be that like nagging feeling in your head, like, I just want to give up, and what can entrepreneurs do to kind of persevere through those really challenging times, and continue to step out of their comfort zones?
Okay. Three things. Number one, you are not your business. You are a entrepreneur, right? Yeah. This business may not work. Another one will, right? That's one. Number two, everybody feels that. I don't care who you are. Everybody has doubt, especially when there's a storm and there's no food in the cupboard. Oh yes, you're gonna have doubt, right? Doubt does not mean to stop. It does not. It just means to regroup, right? Yeah. Regroup. I think that sometimes we just push through stuff when we're not supposed to. Just stop, regroup, and then keep on, right? And like number three, failure is not an option. It is not. Failure is temporary. We are going to have things that don't work out the way that like we want them to, and we regroup. But you are not your business. You will succeed, period. And so that's what gets me through.
Love it. And so I think we have time for one last question. And I think this is interesting. And I think it's from the perspective of someone who maybe hasn't felt that they've experienced wealth in their life thus far. Kind of just wondering, like, how do you mentally and just how do you prepare for wealth? How do you prepare to really continue, not just like you were talking about it, not just managing it, but growing it? And like, how do you like get into that mindset where you're able to do that?
Well, I have a mantra that I say, right? And the mantra is, you deserve joy and wealth. I deserve joy and wealth. We all deserve joy and wealth. And when we first accept that truth fully, that like, I deserve it, you deserve it, we all freaking deserve not only joy, but also wealth. Once you know deserve something, show up accordingly,
Yeah.
right? Most of the time, we don't feel we basically deserve it. So then we come with our like head down, unsure of ourselves. So no, you're not going to be able to manage it because you don't feel worthy of it. So first, you have to know that you are worthy of wealth, baby.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. And once you know that, it's funny about the world. Opportunities will like begin to come, right? Information to basically help you help you get that wealth will begin to come, and like the eyes will be open to basically receive it. And so once you know what you like deserve, girl, it's magical. It's
Yeah.
magical, baby.
I love
Yeah,
it. Well,
I'm not calling you baby. I don't want no harassment stuff. I don't want no issues. I do understand we are in, yes, some people
you're
use that, and I'm
good.
calling you that. It's just was a word. And
Yeah.
so
No, that's all good. Ruby, this has been such an amazing conversation on behalf of the Nasdaq Entrepreneurial Center and everyone here today. We're just so thankful that you joined us.
I'm thankful too. I really do. The Nasdaq Entrepreneurial Center, you all are my family. I love you all. Y'all have really helped me along my journey. So I am thankful. And don't forget, get the book. Get the book.
Yes.
Get
Yes.
the book. Get the book. Y'all have a great, great weekend. Please, please spread the word. All right. Peace and blessings.
All
Peace.
right, wonderful. And to our audience, we would love for you to join us again for upcoming webinars, which you can view using that link that's going to be posted in the chat. Thank you all so much for joining us today, and we look forward to welcoming you back online with us soon.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I greatly appreciate you all because you spent your Friday afternoon with us. Appreciate you. Peace and blessings.
Thank you, Ruby.
Okay.